Welcome once more to another game of Battle for Middle-earth 2. Two towers are not enough. And in this one we have an exciting 4-player free-for-all. Pretty short game, I seem to recall. I don't really like commentating on ones that are about an hour and a half long, and then they leave me dying to take a piss, but I cannot pause. Right, so here we are. Myself, Jimbo, as Isengard. And over here we have another Isengard, Bilbo Bags as Lewis. And then down here we have GAZ as Duels. And over here we have Carl as men. Carl is favouring being men these days as opposed to Isengard. Which is, yeah, interesting transition. I went through that sort of transition myself, you know. Anyway, right, so starting off with a couple of barracks. I always think that's a good idea. Lewis sending alerts on a little of a recce mission. Hopefully Lewis does not lose alerts. Furnaces first. Interesting. Very interesting. And now another barracks. Okay, so what's good coming out of here? Wow, so quite a lot of money spent on the murder of crows. And then some crossbowmen and the furnaces. So I guess the furnaces being built pretty quick will make up for that. Not sure if you needed another barracks just yet, Lewis. I think probably a good idea just to get a few platoons out of here first, as opposed to building this, because this is still quite expensive. You could have got another platoon instead of paying for this, and it's all about getting those extra numbers in first. Okay, so down here, what do we got? What do we got? Gimli, right. Someone has splurged all of their cash, but they're determined to get it all back with all of these mines. Now, Gaz, these mines look like they're all over the bloody place. I don't see any sort of uniformity or anything like that. Random 100%ers over here. I mean, you've got to, you know, sort of like, you know, one here, one here, one here, you know, giving about 80-ish%. And then you can fit about 10, 11, maybe even 12 mines and furnaces in like an area that's sort of like this. And you know, these are going to be the mines that you're going to really rely on later on in the map. Right, it's a fuckfest over here. Gimli, Lert and Boromir all in the middle. Right, now we're sending. Oh, we almost got him. and Carl is just thinking to himself, no, fuck that, whilst they're fighting I'm going to take this thing. Oh, I hope it's worth it. But Lewis has come back for a bit of revenge. He is going to need a lot more than these bloody crossbowmen to be able to take Gimli out, that is for sure. They are not even they're not even scratching him. Right, Carl's already got the Rangers out. He's got decent enough force. Right, see, Carl gets the memo. See what I mean? Like right here, you know, Carl will probably do another one here. Squeeze as many of these things in there as possible, lads. Come on. Right, Gimli's almost wandering into his base. Right, Lewis back with a vengeance. He definitely wants this middle flag right here. What am I doing? I am just, I do not have the murder of crows just yet, but I know I do get it at some point. But I figure it's probably better to have more troops, so I've got more crossbowmen and pikeys coming in. I can't really see what's going on. Oh, you put the war chant on these guys right here. That was, instead of having the Elvenwood or heal, he decided to get those. Now there's two dwarven heroes right in the middle here. And this is a right shitfest right here. Oh, he needs this. He needs this. Oh, gold. He might be able to get going. But Boromir is bitten one. And now, I think quite rightly, Carl is then choosing to retreat. I think Gaz had the right power points there by having heal. And now no one ends up having a middle. Lewis is too scared to go back. And Carl is too scared to go back because Carl's probably thinking, shit, the person north of him can do it now. And he hasn't got the ivory tower, of course not just yet, but these are expensive times. And I'm sitting pretty here. And as you can see here, I've got my lumber mills with loads and loads of these guys out. One here, one there, one there. You know what I mean? One. See what I mean? Formation here, boys. Formation. It's all about the formations. And you can squeeze as many of these things in as possible. Right. Right, more and more troops. I don't know about all of this just crossbowmen here, Lewis. I think it's a good idea to have a mixture of both. Right, now, GAZ is taking the piss. He took down this furnace right here. He has smacked Carl about, and Carl's just got... Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, of course, because it was only Gimli and Gloin, Boromir hasn't leveled up at all. He hasn't had a chance to level up. There's been no troops to kill. So, GAZ has smacked about Lewis and smacked about Carl. Now, if you ask me, that's basically one-way ticket to getting yourself smacked about. Now, putting up towers right here in the middle. I know the middle is quite helpful, certainly with yourself, you know, being a signal fire, decreases recharge time for, you know, all that sort of thing. Fair enough. But is it really worth getting smashed to pieces over? I'm not so sure. The middle ground. It is helpful, but I see there's 4 builders here. So there's nothing being built here at all. There's no barracks, there's no nothing. I think this is an experimental sort of thing here, but I don't know, guys. This is basically playing with an intent to die, I think. There's no point in keeping this here if you don't actually have the troops with which to be able to do anything with. Now, Lewis has the Murder of Crows, and I think at this point now I have the Murder of Crows, and I also have some wargs as well. So, right, Carl with the interesting position of that. So yeah, everything is going okay here. I don't know, Carl. I don't know if you're going to sort of like build up towards the Ivory Tower. I mean, you've got the upgrades on the ranges, so that's quite expensive. Is having Ivory Tower more valuable than having those? I don't know. Alright, Lurtz over here, trying to take out one of my furnaces. I moved my tower, now I got these two coming in. Now, GAZ surely would not want to like antagonize all 3 of us. Surely not. Lurtz left, just barely. Right, they wanted to get alerts on red. I think they wanted to chase him over here, but they knew they couldn't. Right, GAZ has a very fortified position here, without a doubt. It is very helpful. I want to see some barracks over here. Oh, gold. Oh, gold. And Lewis taking revenge. Look at all these berserkers here. I didn't miss it this time. I did not miss it. Oh, he has done the oil cast, but from what I can see, the oil cast was done too late. I think it was done too late. Otherwise, it would have been done earlier. And GAZ has been sausaged badly in this game. And now Carl is thinking to himself, he also wants to get a little bit in here. He wants to take him out here. Now, you've got a lot of builders, this is true, so you should be able to build something else, but I think there's just far too much to do here. I mean, I think it was an aggressive bit of play. It was certainly aggressive. It was done very well by GAZ, I think. Certainly got a lot of mines and all that sort of thing. I think a little bit late with this transition, and I think almost a little bit too aggressive with going here, and especially attacking both Carl and Lewis, I think. So I was a little bit freaking out, because then I thought to myself, wait a minute, if GAZ is out, then that means I'm right in the middle in between these two. So that cannot go well. So Lewis, it really is kind of down to what Lewis wants to do, because I think Lewis was the one who was attacking GAZ, and GAZ was experimenting with something new. Yeah, he was, but I don't know, you know, GAZ, this ain't your first rodeo. This ain't your first rodeo. You knew what you were doing, buddy. You knew what you were doing. Right, Carl, here, just determined to get this signal fight. Now let's see what the what kind of vision you actually get. So, alright, so you can see everything around here. So, you can barely see one of my phone. You can't see any of my troops. I guess it is quite helpful. I guess if somebody wants to go straight over the top, I mean, you can see that, I guess. But yeah, hi-ho. Alright. Okay. So, I'm building up. Need to get some more barracks in over here. Got me little boys over here. Oh yeah, look at all these menacing little fuckers coming over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 berserkers, and some of them leveled up as well. Do they get health 1010 from a... So 950. Okay, so cool. They even get more health as they increase in level, so that's good. Now, if I know Lewis is going to go all the way along here, and he's going to go all the way this way. And I think that's pretty ingenious. That's the best thing you can do. Now, a good little palantir around here will mean that these berserkers will emerge out of nowhere and really fuck shit up, which will be brilliant. Right, now Carl... yeah, Lewis, in Lewis fashion, thought to himself, you know what? I'm going to take this. There's nothing you can do about it. He's not doing the blowback thing here. I wonder why that doesn't work. He's still level 1. He is still level 1. He hasn't done anything yet. Fascinating. Crikey, okay. Right, so I figured to myself, I need to start investing in upgrades, because it's the one thing I always keep on forgetting to do. Well, not forgetting, but keep on prioritizing other things, like building about 7 or 8 barracks, when I should actually think like 4 is probably enough, but now I need to get some upgrades. So these guys don't have the upgrades, and neither these guys, so I need to obviously make sure we fight a little bit further away from these damn things. But if I have these upgrades, then I stand a chance of going up against Carl with all those rangers and possibly the Horn of Gondor. So, but we need to be able to make sure we have some troops around the fortress, because we don't want to get sausaged by all of these guys down here. He's nicely lurking right here. I don't know, Carl, you must please tell me you're working towards that ivory tower. I don't want to see... I know you got that upgrade on this fortress, so you must be working towards that, surely. Now, I think Lewis is sending 2. Interesting. Why only 2, Lewis? Why only 2? Right, Lewis also getting the upgrades as well. Lurks randomly sitting over here. Interesting position for that, Lewis. Very, very interesting. Okay. And these berserkers walked right into the wrong fucking place. They got trampled by some Gondor knights. Absolutely bollocksed. Right. Okay. Feels like everyone's just about waiting for a shitstorm to happen. Right, berserkers all seem to be broken up. I'm not sure if that was a good idea, Lou. I think as long as you can avoid those horses, you should be okay. But with 2 platoons of them, they're just going to go anywhere, aren't they? So, right, I come in as well. I figure to myself, I don't want to be the one who just randomly gets attacked. I want to do the attacking first. So, I pop over here. And unfortunately, the Gondor Knights are unupgraded, which means they will do probably fuck all against my wargs. Let's see how quick these things go down. Jesus Christ. Wargs do the most damage, but they're the weakest. So you gotta try and take them. Now look at all these forces that are coming in. And I'm trying to get some more ballistas on the way, trying to drag Carl's forces. These things, he's got 3 platoons of them now. And they're doing alright. They are doing alright. I need to get rid of these damn things. Need to soften Carl up a little bit, make sure he's, I'm not sure what his, was it 875? Still 875. So I haven't done that much in terms of his economy. many of these as possible. And now I come in here. A lot of his troops are down here, but it's very difficult. It is very difficult. Here we go. Here we go. And I bring in these guys here to try and trample all of these fuckers. Oh god, it's a bloody bloodbath. Now try and put these pikeys around here to save the ballistas. Might be too late for these guys here. Let's get Lurtz in. I should have gotten Lurtz in there a bit more. He had enough. He had enough. I need to get more of these fuckers on board right now. And this point right here, Lewis does have a force. So he could have chosen to go after me, or he could have chosen to go after Carl. I do have a few platoons here, but not really enough. Okay, so we're kicking off here. The pikeys have just got way too much health, I think. Even with these things right next to this, it is still being a bit of a problem. There's still one ballista left. There's one ballista left. And it looks like Lewis is deciding to move in. Ballistas, but Lewis, don't do ballistas first. These guys need to be in front. Right. We've finally got that one ballista. We've still got all these pikeys to deal with, and this is very difficult for him to completely finish. But Lewis is putting Carl to the sword. He is finished. He is smoked. There's nothing left for him to do. Right, so I've got more ballistas on the way. For some reason I left Lurtz there. He's a bit out of the action. Now I'm trying to clump Carl. You don't want to let Carl back into this game, because it could be one of the best comebacks he's ever had. Oh, they got smoked. Saruman is level 2 from upgraded Rangers. Okay, so the pikeys are doing their business. And Carl knows the writing's on the wall. This might be the quickest three-player free-for-all we've actually had. Like I was saying in my previous replay, it's probably a good idea to do 2 versus 1. It does mean somebody's going to get smoked. Right, and that is Carl out of the game. Now I immediately rush. Not in that direction. I didn't even know I had those wolves left. Right, I immediately get up towards Lewis's base, because then I think I do not want another force to hit me from Lewis's side. So I think Lewis is chilling here for a moment. Meanwhile, my forces already made inroads, and they managed to intercept these unwitting berserkers right here. Oh, sort of. Yes. And I got these things right here. Ballistas on the way. Right, these troops need to be on the way. Getting more wards as well. So I do my good old wild men to take out his ballistas. And meanwhile move in my troops as well. Lewis doing likewise. I'm trying to ping them off one by one, although it might take about half a year. But I do have enough forces over here to be able to handle it. Right, my pikeys are leveled up, and his are not, and I think that is a bit of a difference. Right. I do have wolves coming in. Some damage has been done on the fortress. I'm not quite sure what his thing is targeting, so I'm slowly trying to get in here. There seems to be enough taking these things out. There's Saruman. Wards as well. Saruman will be annihilated there. Fortress gone. These pikeys being leveled up. Definitely level 6 pikeys, plus the wards coming in as well, chasing these fuckers down. And it's all over very quickly, and it was all about who could actually get in there first after Carl was gone. The person who could get in there first, that's what it was all about. And Lurtz is able to finish these things off. Yeah, probably should have done something with these, to be fair. And that it. And Lewis concedes, and that is all over. It was all about who could get there the quickest before Carl was done, but to make sure that Carl was out of the game. You don't want to sort of cripple Carl, but Carl comes back, just like in that previous replay, and then it ends up being a horror, sort of comeback of all comebacks. So yes, well played to all, except for GAZ. See you on the next one.